Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am going to be continuing the buy and signing series for who I think AC Milan should be looking at in the upcoming transfer mercato. Right now, we're going to be taking a look at Paulo Dybala. This is a very hot name on the recent transfer mercato list because it does not look like Juventus will be renewing him. He seems like he's going to play out the rest of the season, but he seems like he's going to be seeking his playing time elsewhere, and I believe that AC Milan should try to take this opportunity to pounce. It seems that he is okay with staying within Serie A. There have been some contacts, although you never know. The Premiership would be able to offer him a lot more money, as well as La Liga. So it really depends. If he's got his heart set on staying in Serie A, I believe that Milan is the best and most natural destination, so it truly is a realistic target. However, if he does just want a lot more money, then he can very well go find that in the Premier League quite easily, and he can probably up it as well in La Liga. So while it is less likely than some other transfers, it is definitely a possibility. So we're going to evaluate him and see if this is worthwhile for Milan to invest their money into, and to see if I believe this is a buy or a pass. So he has been at Juventus for around 9 years, I believe. In those seasons, he has played pretty close to 300 games, around 284 games, what I'm looking at here. And he has scored 113 goals with 48 assists, a pretty good goal tally for an attacking midfielder and second striker. He has played out wide both on the left and right wing. I personally don't think that he fits out wide very well. I believe that he is much more suited towards a attacking midfield or a second striker type of role. That is definitely where he fits the best. He has all the characteristics for that. And truthfully, if you try to plug him into our system right now, he fits like an absolute glove. You take Brahim Diaz, which is where we're playing our attacking mid right now, and you remove him and replace him with Dybala, that drastically increases the quality of your team. It takes your team from being average and having a bunch of young guys who might be able to accomplish something instantly to a team that now has a world-class talent on their team who is still in his prime, rather than Ibrahimovic, who is probably our biggest world-class talent right now, yet he's really lost it because of his age. So it truly gives us a world-class talent who is actually still in their prime for a few more years and puts it at such an integral role for us. If we do get Dybala and put him at attacking midfield, I can't remember the last time that we've actually had a true talent in such a crucial position, and honestly the last time would be Kaká, who is my favorite player of all time. So I think this is a great choice for us overall. I will kind of get into this immediately. Yes, I think it's a buy. Why is that? It comes down to quality versus how much you actually have to pay for this. His salary will by far be the most expensive on our entire team. There's been rumors that he may accept 7 or 7.5 million. I don't believe it. I think he'll want his 8 or 8.5 to come over. However, I think that is still very, very doable. Yes, he'll be the highest paid player on our team by a long shot. However, if you look at bringing in a player of his quality, you're looking at spending 30 to 40 million anyways, just to get a type of player that's similar. And you don't know if he's going to work out. You don't know how they're going to turn out in the league, etc., etc. Additionally, you'd have to pay that new player's salary, and I'm sure that they're not going to come cheap if they're considered to be a world-class talent anyways. So you're probably going to look to pay on the cheap end 5 mil for a new talent. So really, just paying 8 mil for Dybala, yes, over about 5 years, that's going to cost you around 40 million. However, if you look at that in general, that's probably what you have to pay anyways for a player of that caliber. So it really, really is such a no-brainer. Plus, say he absolutely tanks, does terrible, and from a financial point of view, you say, you know what, we got to offload him, salary's too high. Even if he absolutely tanks, you can probably sell him for half his value in a year at 20 million euros, and that's a cut price deal for a great player like that who still has good years left. So I think it's really a no-brainer if we stay with the same formation. He has great vision. His passing is very, very second to none as far as in Serie A goes. There's few people who are better than him at delivering a killer ball. He has a great shot, a great free kick, and a good eye for goal. He links up very, very well with certain players. I feel like he would do excellent when you have a willing runner like a Rafael Leao. If we then upgrade our right wing and our striker positions, it will be absolute dynamite. Plus, it allows you to save an initial investment because you don't have to go spend 30, 40 million on a attacking midfielder. You can now put that into striker and right wing, which would drastically up the level of our attack, which is exactly where Milan has been struggling. If anybody's been following the recent games, once again, I have been hammering on about this for the past several weeks, essentially the whole season. Our defense does not need upgrading right now. I would definitely look to just give Romagnoli around $1 million more than what we're offering him right now. he would stay on. We have a great defense. We barely let in any goals. We have Kalulu and Tamori, who are making a fantastic partner. And then you have Romagnoli and Kyer, who will be coming back. And then you have Gabbia, who is more than capable enough of a backup. You don't have to invest any money this way. You could have saved $30 million off of not signing Botman and put it into what it would take to buy a top-notch right wing. Think of how much better your team would be if you don't spend money on Botman and you bring in Dybala and a top-class right wing immediately. Look at the quality that you're now adding across Milan. They now would actually be able to strike fear into the opponents. This is exactly what we're looking for. However, I wonder if the management is smart enough and shrewd enough to go for it, because Elliott does like to hammer on about high salaries, and so I have a feeling we're not going to go for this. I have a feeling that we're going to end up with Botman. I have a feeling that we may or may not get Sanchez, and I have a feeling that we're probably going to just be getting Divock Origi and maybe getting a possible bit part player for our right wing, but we're probably not going to go spend 20-30 million and get somebody great. We might spend 15 or something like that. I hope it's not the case, but we will see. Either way, the only real debate for me is if we switch formations. Now, if we do go with the other formation, which I also think would be a good idea, if we don't go with Dybala, we should go to a 4-3-3. If we go to a 4-3-3, our team kind of works naturally. You've got Tonali, Benacer, and Adli as your most common starting three. And then you have your backups with Pobega, you got Krunic, and then if you buy Sanchez, he'd probably start. But there you go, you have your 6 midfielders. And then you're all set. You even still have Bakayoko, who's on loan for another year, who can play a 5th or 6th sub if you need it for midfield. So it's totally fine. We don't need much of an investment there. However, if we do want to keep this formation, it really, to me, is entirely no-brainer to get Dybala for that attacking midfield role. The injury question is a little bit also of a debate because he does have his fair share of injuries. However, over the past several seasons, he's at least played more than half the games. This season, he's already played 22 games. He'll probably play a few more, so he'll probably get to about 26 or 28 games. Last season, he did have problems and only played half the games. Before that, 33 games, 30 games, 33 games. So he's been pretty consistent, and hopefully things will go better for him here. Overall, to sum it up, I think it is such an easy choice. I would love to offload certain players like Samu Castillejo, maybe Krunic if we need the funds. Definitely Ballatore. I think he's been a mess for us. Junior Macias, I would not re-sign him. So there are definitely some ways we can make up extra salary right there, and boom, you have it right there. You can automatically already pay for Dybala's salary. So that's what I would do. I would definitely pick this guy up. It immediately bumps our team up in quality with, all things considered, not a high amount invested. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think that Dybala would be a good fit for Milan, if you think that you'd look at other profiles, or if you think that spending the money on a guy like Botman is better for our team than going for the attack. Just let me know. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back with more, and take care. And as always, Forza Milan.